icy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Intellect Connect podcast. We got your two hosts with the most. You got my boy Kevin. Got me, D. And we back, man. You know, it's a lot going on in the world right now, especially with just justice. You got the government going against the black people. You got the police going against black people. You got black people going against black people. Where do we draw the line, bro?
Man, as far as how that's going, first of all, I think we need to pray. That's first and foremost. And as black people, I would say, start to protect our own, start to protect ourselves, you know.
Yeah, but we protecting ourselves against from ourselves, bro. Like all kinfolk ain't all skinfolk ain't your kinfolk.
That's facts, bro.
Go ahead, so drop your dimes, bro.
You can go ahead, bro.
My thing is, bro, we come out of COVID. For one, you got COVID going against you. You got your health, all right?
That's facts.
You come out of COVID, you get hit with mass shootings. It's like these people just been waiting for everything to open back up. Yeah. Just to be able to go back and resume exactly. You had school shootings, you had mass shootings, and then it stopped because COVID had shut everything down. Then you get some peace, you get some quiet, but then you got to worry about the health aspect of it because black people are dying.
Most definitely.
Once you get black people into the hospital, whether it be black women, black men, they don't get the same treatments, you know? So it's like, how do we protect ourselves, even getting ourselves into those systems? It's like people lose sight.
I'm gonna piggyback on that a little bit. Man, it's very hard to like honestly point the finger at other races when we're not doing right by ourselves first and foremost, man.
Respect.
Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody's grown. Everybody is accountable for what they do. Should be held accountable for what they do. But you know what I'm saying? We got to start doing right. It starts with ourselves first and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
there's no rules out here.
At the same time, when you carrying yourself accordingly, you doing the right thing. You still got white police officers that are literally doing everything possible. How do I get pulled over? Not me personally, but I'm going from the situation that happened. How do I get pulled over for going under the speed limit 5 miles? It's 70 miles per hour. I'm going 65. And you say it's suspicious that I'm going under the speed limit. So if I'm going over the speed limit, you're going to pull me over. I'm going under, you're going to pull me over.
Like, let's be real. It's unavoidable, bro. You know, we're black, we're young. Myself, I have locks. I look like a threat. I got a long beard. Like, for instance, this is the longest I had my beard. But even before then, I had somebody ask me, was I Arabic? You know what that means? I'm like, no, I'm not Arabic.
Yeah.
Or are you Muslim?
Yeah.
No,
that's what they were asking.
Basically, they were asking, you know, some of the word. That was a nice way. Basically, asking me, or assuming that I'm a thug or some type of terrorist or something like that, just because I wear a long beard. So some of it is most of it's unavoidable, to be honest with you. That's not sugarcoated. You can mind your business. You can be walking down the street with your daughter, your son. You're black in the wrong neighborhood.
But what makes it the wrong neighborhood?
Wherever you are, we're gonna be honest. Wherever you are is the wrong neighborhood. You can be minding your business. You can be whether you're on Oxon Hill or you in Greenbelt. It can be day, night. Like, we are threats. Like, people are mostly other black people are scared of other black people. I feel like. But the other races, for sure, they are afraid of us. They believe the stereotypes, what they see on TV, what they see on videos. And part of it is us portraying that, whatever. But sometimes we got to hold ourselves accountable too. But at the same time, we have a target on our back unlike any other race, in my opinion. Let's just keep it 100.
So, you just said we got to hold ourselves accountable. But what if I come out? What makes me the target other than my skin? I come out and I got a mug on my face, or I'm tatted up to the brim. You know, I got dreadlocks. But what if I'm a doctor? Even after that,
the image. it's the media. It's the stereotype. It doesn't matter. Haircut, clean cut, as they like clean cut as society say we should be. You are black at the end of the day. None of that stuff is going to save you from being oppressed, from the police beating your ass, or looking at you as a threat. They don't care that you went to Harvard or you went to PG. It does not matter. Like all they really see is that you're a black man and you're a threat.
But it's not just black men. It's black women too. It's kids.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
It's black people.
And I'm gonna say protect black women too. Black women too. They're pretty much worse. They have it worse than us. Honestly, they have it worse than us. They get raped. They get mutilized. Whatever you want to go with. Mm-hmm. And even when you made a point about healthcare, they go to hospitals, whatever. They get kicked out. They don't get the proper treatment. If they're asking for meds sometimes. Just look like, she's just a junkie.
The scariest thing is pregnancy for black women.
Most definitely.
There's so many deaths coming from pregnancy, and that's because they're not getting the right health care. They're not getting treated properly.
Most definitely.
It should be no reason why my wife or my girlfriend is dying on the table after giving a healthy baby.
It's obviously like we lack the resources.
But we don't lack it. They just don't give it to us. It's not we lack the resources. We have it. We have the health care. We have the money. We have the system. So why are you doing everything to keep us down and keep us in the red? Why are you trying to eliminate us?
Let's be real though. Like they're going to do that. I'm not saying it's okay, but the reality of the situation is like they're going to do that. Sometimes it's more about like what we can do now. We're not, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to say it doesn't matter what they do to us, but they're going to do that. We're the target. So I believe we need to start coming up with ways. I don't have the answers, of course, don't get me wrong. Coming up with ways to better ourselves or position ourselves to do better. We are the target, bro.
I feel like we've been doing better, bro, honestly, especially the perfect example is the peaceful protests. You get white people that raid the Capitol, break in, trying to literally physically hurt people, trying to steal documents, doing everything under the sun. You got people peacefully protesting, and you get met with army-style police officers. Rubber bullets, tear gas. They knew that they were coming to the Capitol, and they knew what they were going to do.
Most definitely. And nothing really
transpired from that. So it's just like, how do you say that we need to do differently when we're doing differently, bro? Like, we're literally taking those steps.
I agree with you there. But I'm going to say, like, history repeats itself. And I don't feel like they will get it. I'm not pushing for this. They won't get it until it's like there's a big riot or something like that.
I mean, that's already been happening.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like they won't get it until something like revolutionary happens or whatever. They're not gonna understand. You keep basically pushing someone to their brink.
Yeah, but I feel like when that time comes, I've been saying this for about 2 years now. Mm-hmm. This is just my opinion. I feel like a race war is coming. And when that hits,
it's coming.
When it hits, I just feel like I hope that everybody's ready.
You say it's coming. I mean, I feel like
let armed black people, let black people get armed. You see, there are some black militias out there. I mean, where the lady was, the neighbors were threatening the lady that she was living in their neighborhood, a white neighborhood, and the lady was, I think, Latino or something. And the black people went out there and sat in front of her house and made sure that her garbage was picked up. And remember that story?
I can't fool myself on that.
But when black people militarized themselves, everything stopped. Mm-hmm. So black people with power and with defense is a problem for white people.
Black Panthers.
That, I don't know. I mean, the Black Panthers, the Black Muslims.
You say it's coming, but like the race war, Now, what you're saying is like, from my point of view, it's going to escalate to another. It's going to escalate to another
What
wave.
you just said is that we're going to keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed until people fight back.
Yeah, but I agree. But I'm just saying, to me, the race war has already started. It's been here.
Yeah, for sure.
But I agree with you
but
saying.
It's literally going to take form.
Yeah, it's going to escalate. It's
white versus black. It's literally police versus black with white people versus black. With you got the Asian community. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything to discredit the Asians, but they call black people niggas, and they put black people in camps over there, and they. What was that, Greece, that they sent the Muslims on a ship and kicked them off the ship in Greece? Bruh, we can't win.
We can't. But let me, we're not going to stray from this topic. Let me ask you just personally, everything live. This is not rehearsed.
Talk, bro.
Would you rather be pulled over by a white cop or a black cop?
It's kind of hard to say that because, like I said earlier, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. Them black officers be worse than the white officers sometimes. I've literally been pulled over by, I want to say he was Hispanic. We were on our way to North Carolina. We was going back home, and I'm pushing we're going 85 in the 70. I didn't see him, and I didn't even know that he was behind me. So I'm driving, and I'm in a forward position, leaning down like this, so I can't see my rearview mirror. So when I happened to look up, he was behind me. He had his lights on, so I swerved over. I bet. I'm like, he comes to the window. He was like, you know how fast you were going? I'm like, no, I wasn't even paying attention. I said, we literally coming back from Maryland, going to North Carolina, we going home. He looked at me, just slow down. Boom, it was another white fat cop that came up behind him, but because I think that he was following me for a little minute. I think that he thought I was running. Yeah. But he literally pulled up and was like, just slow down, you good. I understand that you're taking a long trip, you might be tired, you're trying to get off the road.
That's all
it is too. And that's all it was. Now on the other side of that, with me not driving, coming back from seeing my ex, she was in the hospital. Out Baltimore Trauma Center. The driver of the car was white. I have dreadlocks. This is high school, so senior year. Yeah, senior year. We're driving down the street, and the lady that I'm riding with is a speeder. She's going 90. The cop is going 80. They're racing. They're going back and forth. They're racing. They literally looking at each other. They're racing. When me and him made eye contact, he slows down. He gets behind us. He pulls us over. He comes to my side. I'm on my phone, not paying him no mind. Yeah. Tells me to get off my phone. I'm sitting there like.
But you're in the passenger.
I'm in the passenger seat. I get off my phone. All right, bet. You got ID on you? What? Yeah, I got ID. I'm in high school, bro. Why are you talking to me? Well, don't play that race car with me, bro. He's Latino. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, bro, nobody was even thinking race. That's how I know you on some shit. For one, always look at their badge. The nigga didn't even have his badge on. He had no type of form of identification or nothing. I knew he was on some weird shit, bro. He came straight aggressive. You dig what I'm saying? Don't talk no more. Don't say nothing. What? Why? But you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. Cause my dad, 25 plus years, Metropolitan Police Department, detective. Don't play that information shit with me. Yeah, don't play that information shit with me. I don't have no problem with cops because I grew up around cops. There's some good cops out there. You dig what I'm telling you? So all the black cops and the white cops that I know from my dad's district, good bump with me. Now it is some disgraceful people out here that take us advantage because in high school and shit they didn't have that. You dig what I'm saying? They were bullied and they finally get into that position of power. They don't know how to handle that.
Most definitely. I'm glad you said that. That comes with military and police.
Yeah, bro.
People get a rifle, they get a gun in their hand, and they don't know how to handle that. But I'm gonna say this.
Hold on, let me finish.
Go.
Why does the police officer pull a white lady out the car and ask her, is he forcing you to drive him around? That's like my son, sir. He dates my daughter.
Why would you?
He dates my daughter. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because he's black and you're white and I didn't know it was something. How? Why is that your thought process? Before she walks away, she's a nice figured lady, thick, beautiful lady.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get your number?
Wow.
Listen to me. When she told me that, I was like, there you go. Y'all was flirting going down the road. Y'all flirting, speeding back and forth going down the road. But until you seen me and we made eye contact, now I'm that drug dealer. Now you see how they view us, bro.
No, without even, because they stereotype. They saw your hair, saw your skin.
He's not even white. He's Latino.
What time of year was this, though? What season is that?
2011.
Now, what time, though? What season?
It was cold outside.
You had the H&M trench. That's why.
Yeah, but no, bro. I think I had on just like a straight hoodie and like maybe my uniform, bro. I can't remember if it was the weekend or not.
I'm about to say.
Nah, I'm cooler.
We had that trench era, man.
Yeah,
but that's wild, man. I'm gonna share an experience. I'm not gonna name everybody involved though. It's, 2018 winter. A couple of me and other people, we walked to 7-Eleven. It had to be probably like 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't driving then or whatever. So like, all right, let's go get some snacks or whatever. It's late night, we chilling. We just playing Madden, eat or watching movies in between. We walk up. I'm right on St. Barnabas by the cemetery.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
So it's like we probably about 6 of us. I'm the oldest. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to really drop the ages. I'm the oldest. So police like ride past us. He shine a mirror on him.
He shining a light on y'all.
A little light, boom.
You got
flat. Like he reflect, boom. So everybody look. They got their headphones on. I said, don't run.
Yeah.
We're not in the wrong. I'm like, run? What we running for?
But that's the panic situation.
Yeah, I'm like, but stay cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you run, they're going to turn.
You look guilty.
You look guilty. So everybody like, okay, it's you right. There's no need to run. You buck a haul you like right there, Barnaby Manor. Just illegal.
Oh, so y'all down the road?
Right there, St. B coming up, right by the cemetery. Okay. He hit a hard one, illegal turn. Right before Barnaby Manor, kick around, hit the lights on. Whoop whoop. You like, what do we do?
Nothing. Big black
wall.
walking.
He hop out. He pull up hard on the curb, just before the curb.
Mm-hmm. It's an intimidation factor.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, bro, just we had earphones on. Like, just leave them just in your ear for now. I don't want nobody to pull. Just stay still.
Move, bro.
They'll see that you got earphones on, and they'll say remove them. So I got my joints in too. Like, all right, he like, we are going. It's kind of late, fellas. So we got backpacks on. I said, we on our way to 7-Eleven. We just got backpacks because it's cold. It's January. It's like January 6th, January 9th. He like, okay. Well, we just, you see you guys walking this late night. I said, well, I understand that. We just run to 7-Eleven, like I said. We're not causing no trouble. He like, okay, cool. So he sit us down. His partner pull up, Hispanic cat. Not to say, this is just telling a story. Not to say it's anything against him. Outrageous. He like, can I basically search you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, but I don't have nothing on me. But for what? So he pat each and every one of us or whatever. So the Hispanic dude hop out, and he like, lay down, shut up. He's aggressive. So I'm like, look, it's December. I mean, it's January, beginning of the year. It's ice in the snow. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. I was like, it's cold. It's a little bit too cold. We've been out there shivering. Of course, he take all our IDs or whatever. Mm-hmm. Everybody clean. So the white dude come out, the white cop say, no, man, it is a little cold. I agree with them. Mm-hmm. That's a little wrong to have them face down on some icy grass. Come on now.
Well, at least he stuck up.
We shivering out there. It's cold as hell. And January just came out.
Not to even think about anxiety playing into that.
Yeah.
Got y'all nicked.
So we pretty much in between him going to go get the license or whatever. The Hispanic cop come out, reach for the gun, pointing. This when he's saying shut up. Shut up. this is how he hop out. In between that, like a little bit before he got that ID, shut up. Shut the fuck up, get on the ground. So the white cop, like, you know, he looked back with man, he like, hey, you know.
What just happened in that time?
Of course he can't say you're doing too much.
That's the problem. That's what you need to say.
But you know, he looking like, damn. So black cop right there. I make eye contact with him. But I'm not saying nothing because the Hispanic cop is going off at the time. He got us all lined up. He's searching people. Before he get to me, I'm like the last person because I'm the oldest. They already got my ID. So somebody had a brush in their pocket. He got aggressive with the brush. He was like, what is that? That's a weapon. You got a weapon on you. So, you know, he like, no, it's just a brush. It's a hairbrush.
He looking for some shit.
So he was like, well, drop it.
I'm not going in my pocket, bro. You take it out.
So, you know, he did the right thing. He's like, you can take it out, officer. It's just a hairbrush. You can take it out. It's fine. I'm going to leave my hands up. So he said, okay. He smacked the brush out. He's like, okay, cool. He kicked it to the side. I'm sure he already saw it was a damn brush.
He knew it was a brush,
he like,
bro.
damn, I feel stupid. So he get to, right before he get to me, this person had Wells Fargo card in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So he patting him so hard that he
broke
cracked the
it?
card.
I'd have been sick,
So
bro.
he cracked the card, and then he just like, it's not funny, but he cracked the card. He didn't say, I'm sorry, anything. So, you know, they basically waiting, I'm the oldest, so they're waiting for my license to come back. It's a license, but I wasn't driving. They're waiting for my license to come back. He's like, okay, everything clean. So, you know, I wait for everything to get over with. So I'm like, you know, can I ask you why we would stop? He was like, yeah, I mean, I know it's January, it's cold. 3, you had a ski mask on. It's illegal to walk around PG County with a ski mask on.
This January that just passed?
No, it's like 2018.
Oh, 2018, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never heard that.
That's not illegal. That's not illegal.
I'm like, well, we only wearing them because it's cold. He was like, I understand that. It's cold. There's nothing wrong with that. He was like, I did.
So then you can't, if there's nothing wrong with that, you can't tell me it's illegal,
But
bro.
he was just like, so he ended. It's the white cop. He's like, you guys are good. You can be on your way to 7-Eleven. You fine. But he was just like, I'm just letting you know, if another cop see you that ski mask, they want to stop you. So, no. I'm like, all right, man, let's just take off the ski mask or whatever. Like, I'm leaving out one part. I don't want to forget. Oh, so in the midst of that, like after that, he said, and there also was a robbery. Like,
in the area, it wasn't a
in
robbery.
the area, so
It wasn't a
and that's
robbery.
why we stopped you. He said, and I said, okay, I get that. So I'm not getting smart with him, but I had to ask as a man, you know, I'm like.
I mean, that's not even considered getting smart. That's literally wondering why.
So I asked him, I said, you know, after this, I said, you said it was a robbery. I said, but when you approached this with the these flashes, we never ran. And he was like, well, usually people do run. That's why we pursued you. I said, right, but we didn't run because we didn't do anything. I said, I figured had we ran, you would have thought that we were on something. So like, that's the point of me not running, bro. So he basically said, you know, you can go to 7-Eleven. So we end up going. But like I told him, you know, I'm like, look, man, you know, honestly, we can just go back in the house. Like he's laughing like it did, like nothing happened. He was just like,
talking about the officer?
Yeah, he's like, man, y'all can go to 7-Eleven. It's not illegal to go to 7-Eleven. So
But y'all already violated us.
Now
You violated us. Now I don't even want to go.
So all of us is like, you know, at this point, fine, bro. Just we end up going, and it shook us up for a minute. Like not the whole getting stopped, because that happens, but the whole he hopped out with the gun. He hopped out gun blazing. Like you would have thought we gun out too, or we was aggressive.
Y'all were talking back. Y'all wasn't like.
Yeah, nobody giving you no problem. It's just cold as hell. We just shaking.
Yeah.
You broke my man credit card. It's I think it was a Navy Federal card. You broke his Navy Federal card in half. He couldn't get nothing. Of course, we looked out for him, but technically, you know, he couldn't buy nothing from the store.
There's a couple things for that story, bro.
But I want to know. Of course, I was looking at badge numbers. It was 2 years ago. I don't remember, bro. But like, give me your insight on that, bro.
There's a couple things for that, bro. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do by just going along with everything that was going on. Like, it's not much that you can do, but like, the second, that's how it always ends up being. Like the first officer may be aggressive, may be cool, but then you always have that one-off person that comes out and gotta be an asshole. When he pulled his gun out, like that's ridiculous. Yeah. That should be last line of resort.
I'm not gonna lie, when he came out, the gun, shit, I paused. Like I felt like I was in a movie. Like I felt like somebody was not gonna go home. Like I felt like all of us weren't gonna make it home at that point, or for sure they was gonna find something. And I left this part out. Like I told y'all, we had backpacks on. They searched our backpacks, and I'm sorry, I don't know how I got this out. In the middle of searching the backpacks, he kept asking, "Do we have weed on us?"
Oh yeah, I had some sure.
Yeah, yeah, weed. Anybody got so he's saying weed. You got any weed on you? It's okay if you got some weed. I'm not the weed police. So
they just saying that just to get you to do it, bro.
You know, I'm like, officer, like we don't have any weed, you know. So it's to the point where like, you know how debris builds up in the book bag. Mm-hmm. I had this No Face backpack, like I had it for like 5 years. So the inside, the turd
was breaking off.
So he took his finger like this to make sure it wasn't weed. Like he's crumbed it together.
Smell it.
And it's you know, he went and it's dirt. And I'm laughing to myself like, bruh, you know, I told you no. You shaking the bag up and down, something would have came up out of it. You open up every compartment inside in the bag. And then, you know, like right before he let us go, he's like, you know, before he explained why he really stopped. He's like, well, we're not the weed police. If you got a little joint on you, it's okay. But
don't feed into
that. You know,
shit.
in my mind, I'm like I told you, man, I'm not no street person, but I got street smarts. I know how to move to some degree. I'm not stupid. You know, if I did have weed and you searched all of us and didn't find it, why would I tell you I got something on me? Which I didn't, because they patted us down. Right. They would have bagged me. But if you threw everybody bag upside down, made us take off coats and all that, bro, if you did your job, right. If you ain't find it, you ain't find it, bro. That's just my little, you know, that's just my little telltale trauma of how I've been.
It's like so crazy because they set up situations to be able to get you. Yeah. If it's somebody that doesn't have something, I'm not saying that it's right. Mm-hmm. Sting operations. You're literally leading this person to catch this person in the wrong. If you go looking for dirt in the field, what the fuck do you think you're gonna find?
Yeah, what's that?
You got sting operations. Another situation. Me and my young boys. We back in the day. This back to the going around gallery place, like going through the trade center. 09, 10. Me and my man, we going through. We got our smart trips and shit, and we could literally pay to go through. The gate's open. We just walk through. We get upstairs and the police are sent. The transit police are sitting right there waiting for us. Well, y'all still should have used y'all car. Why would we use our cars? We're kids. We're literally kids. Why would we use our cars if the shit is open? Like you're literally telling us to go through.
Yeah, grown men and women will walk through.
Exactly. Y'all literally right understand. And when I told my pops about it, police officer, he goes, "That was a sting operation. Next time y'all call me, because then I'll call the people that can literally come to y'all and make sure that y'all are good." See, me being in that age bracket, I didn't understand for real. I'm like, a sting, like, I get what you're saying, but why would they even feel the need to do that? It's to fucking pick you apart.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, at that age, bro, you're not thinking that deep into it. Yeah. Shout out to my uncle, too. Rest in peace. He was police for D.C. Mm-hmm. COVID took his life.
Oh, sorry about that, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
But I just don't know what we do at this point in time. I don't know the changes to make because we made them. We're peaceful. We comply.
And we basically, he didn't know anything about my stories and I didn't know about his stories. But like you can see, for most of the part, it's nothing we could do pretty much to not be in these situations. Like, and then when you get in the situation, it's not like we fussing back or we been aggressive. You're complying with what they're telling you to do, and sometimes that still does not work.
It's not enough. It's not enough because it's to them it's a point to be proven. It's a stigma, and it's numbers for real for you. Because anytime you see a lot of police out, it's quota time. You see a lot of police stops back to back a whole bunch of lights, it's quota time. Just know.
What kills me is, of course, I don't have all the facts, but like sometimes you see one person pulled over, 4 or 5 cops around. Like, is this person El Chapo? He got guns under the seat, or
I get two cars.
Yeah, I get the two
because the lady that got beat up and it was only her, and it took them 30 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm about to say you gotta get back down. I get the 2 police car. Ooh. Not 2 cops in the car, but 2 police officers pulling up to the scene because you got to make sure everybody's safe. But if you're a police officer, you cannot be out here fearing for your life every stop.
I'm glad you said that. That's what I felt like with my experience. When he does come up with the gun, he's shaking. So not only did you draw a weapon, but you
already on edge.
I know it's cold outside, but
that wasn't
in my mind, he was afraid.
That wasn't that. That wasn't the cold. That wasn't none of that, bro. Like at this point, when you get here, your adrenaline is rushing.
Yep.
When you start shaking, you're scared.
And I felt like one false move,
one drop of the hands, bro, y'all
one phone vibrating, you reach, like that's it. Like he up and draw now, so it's like, damn, I can't even scratch my leg or something like that, man.
Shit like that makes me mad, bro, because it's like it's good police officers out here that don't toe that line.
Yeah.
And there's no way that you telling me you don't know which one you pulling because your gun is with your dominant hand. Your taser is with your weak hand. So you're literally pulling from here, going here, okay? For one. For two, they are 2 different weights, and they are 2 different colors. You pull out and you see black, you know you got your gun. You pull out and you see yellow, green, whatever that highlighter color is, you got a taser. You not ready to tell me that you thought that you pulled your taser. It's no way possible. Especially the police officer that's on the look now, where she just shot young boy and said that she thought she was you're 25 years on the force.
No, man, that sounds like something
and you're a trainer.
That sounds like something that her lawyers told her to say. Bro.
Fuck out of here, stupid.
That's a cover up, man. I didn't know which one I pulled.
Bro, most of that shit is a cover up. The Chauvin case, you're not ready to sit here and have your own doctor come in and say, oh, well, it was because of drug use or what. Yeah. Get out of here. Y'all not about to paint black people as aggressive black people to try to do what they did in the Trayvon Martin case. They literally didn't prove anything wrong. They literally picked at the holes in the system and was like, well, they got to be able to prove this. They got to be able to prove this. Oh, well, this one is angry. Let's point her out as an angry person. This person said this, knowing that he was in disbelief of, oh, that's not my son. That can't be my son. Mm-hmm. You're not about to tell me that that's my son. It's no way possible that our system should be that flawed. The government is flawed.
Let me, most definitely, let me cut into something else. Like, I'm glad you said the Trayvon Martin thing. I feel like our parents had Rodney King. We had things happen for Trayvon Martin, but I feel like
talking about the trickle down effect.
For our generation, it was definitely Trayvon Martin. Like, we both of them.
That was the start.
We was both from Potomac. It was 2010. That was just the start. You know, that happened in the senior year of high school.
Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown came right after that. And it was 2 more after that.
I can't even
get them all
for myself, man.
Yeah, bro, like
that Trayvon Martin one, like it opened. We 17, some of us 18, some people are older than that.
It's now. It's crazy though. You see your parents cry off shit like that.
That was the one for me. Like somebody can really take your life and get away with it. Like,
bruh.
Like real life bid off pictures of the man, auction off stuff off his name.
Bruh, he's giving out autographs, signed Skittle bags, signed tea drinks.
Can you really be? Yeah, you can. But are you really mad at him, or are you mad at the people that will buy that and support that?
Both.
I know, but I'm just saying you got to be sick. Like, that this is okay. Somebody show you a video. They say it's a video of. Would you watch a video on purpose of somebody being murdered or raped? I feel like you sick for wanting to see it. Like, if it comes up on TV, but
you're talking about just in the sense of buying the merchandise.
Yeah, you buying the merchandise, like.
But that's those white people.
Do you want, for us, like, do you want? This is the first word using a black person. Do you want that in your house? No, I don't. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
I don't see why people were buying like slave houses. This one dude bought the house that his slaves were enslaved in for some odd reason.
and
I don't know if he was trying to live in it or what he ended up doing, but I couldn't even pay the story no attention. But it's just like,
to me, that ground is not rested. That's in my mind.
if you buying that, I see you buying it to destroy it, to build a memorial, something. But any other thing other than that, bro, like I don't see what we do from here that helps us in any way possible, because we're checking boxes at this point. We're peaceful. We're protesting. We're not rioting. The riots that happened with the George Floyd, it was white people doing that shit. And you had the black people out there like, hey, listen, stop that shit. You had police officers infiltrate the riot in riot gear and start destroying stuff and making it look like it was us.
Go watch the Black Messiah. That's how they cut the Panthers down, pretty much.
But that was us.
Infiltration.
That was us, though. You had a guy that was putting himself above the cause.
Infiltration, drugs. Easy way to take somebody, easy way, or disease. Easy way to stop a movement.
Bruh,
Easy way to stop a movement, bro. Like, and that's where it hasn't gotten there yet with our generation. And that's what I mean by like us taking the steps that we can, even though I agree with you, we are doing a lot better, but taking the steps that we can to like, even to, look, we all eat junk food and shit like that. We can eat better as eat.
But that's not gonna help us though, bro. Like, I get what you're saying, but at what point in time, after every box that we've checked, at what point in time does there become a change on their behalf? If it's not the police, it's the military. If it's not the military, if it's not the government, it's every other race that feels the need to want to go against us in that moment. You got everybody that goes, people of color, fuck that. I'm not with none of that. Don't people of color me. I'm black, I'm African American, I'm brown, whatever you want to call me. But I'm not with the people of color, because when those people of color when it's their time to step up for us, they're gone. They're way off. You got Asian community, Latino community, Hispanic community. Gone.
You forget that they are minorities too.
And then when it's them, they're crying, come help us. No. Why? Why do we do that?
I mean, we need to stop expecting. Why? I mean, it's the right thing to do, but why expect them to help?
I don't. But it's just the simple fact that they keep going people of color and then trying to include us in that box, include themselves in the box with us. Don't do that, because y'all not in it when it's time to fight for real.
And it beneficially, like when it works out for them.
I just don't know, bro. At this point in time,
and that's not to belittle any other races or cultures. Like,
it's nothing against no other culture, but don't be out here waving the red flag when it's y'all, and when it's us, y'all
turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah, you got Asian people calling us niggas in videos and following us around their stores. Stop building in our communities then.
Because we do it. That's the excuse.
I mean, granted, there are some bad apples.
I'm glad you said that though.
What?
Stop building our communities.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. We gotta build for our own community.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. When we get some type of resources,
we got to keep the black dollar black for longer than 2 seconds.
Shout out. Look. Shout out to Mr. Woody, man.
For sure.
If you from the area, man, the Potomac area, whatever, Southview area, go to Mr. Woody over 7-Eleven. He not gonna cheat you.
Bruh, he had the door. He adores you with deals, bruh. It was no way that you wasn't spending $5 and coming out with a whole bag of stuff.
Just one day like last week, Mr. Woody's still doing this thing, man.
Oh, for real?
He still is. Mr. Woody's still doing this thing, like, and he told me that like years ago, bro. Like, I moved from Southview like a couple years ago. Like, I'd rather young black men come here, where they're not gonna be followed around. You don't gotta worry about stealing, because if you don't have it, and I respect him for that.
Yeah. He still give you
something. You go to Mr. Woody for 50 cents for a big burst. My man to give you 3-4 big bursts. Get you out the way. Don't charge you next time. Just off the strength of, instead of going somewhere stealing, you came here with what you had, I got you. It's been times I came from playing football or basketball, walking Mr. Woody joint. Sometimes I'm walking by, going down the hill to Potomac. He'll wave me in and give me a Gatorade off the strength because he see me. Here you go, take Gatorade.
back to the topic though,
But go
bro.
ahead, bro. Come on.
Keeping the black dollar black is major. We need to do it.
Most definitely, bro.
But it takes for us to not have bad customer service, not ask for discounts just because you know the person, just because they black, and to literally network with people. Anything that is black, I always put on, hey, look, hey, make sure y'all tapping with these people anytime on social media, especially if I know them. Oh, it's up. But then you got people that have terrible, I'll give you my example, terrible customer service. Got something for Christmas, right? Back in December 17th was the order. Confirmation. Why is it now and I still have not heard from this person? Emails, Twitter, Instagram, no product at all, no shipment, nothing.
And that's what make me.
I have been in this person's DM and mentions every day for a week. Not for a week. 4 weeks.
He lost that dollar, bro.
Lost the money.
Not being funny. They're just the person. They moving funny. And shout out to us though. Like you got the black brand right there, man.
From Monty. Messing with you. You did.
I definitely got tapping with it. And this my man. This my brother stuff. Sacrifice, man. I got the hat right here too, man. This right here. Y'all getting free promo, man. Y'all left. But anyway though, bro. Like back to the topic. That makes you not want to shop with our own. Like we try to get over on our own, bro.
It does. It's hair people. You gotta come washed. You gotta, if you have dandruff, that's gonna be another charge. You got all these stipulations now. Yo, when you were coming up, you ain't had none of that. It was none of that. We need to take it back to the old days where you come in, you get washed, you get everything without all these type of taxes. Yo, like y'all are really destroying y'all brand. People are literally taking to social media to destroy y'all because look what you're doing.
And I actually, I'm the type of guy. If I have it, should I tip you?
Tip you up.
This hoodie,
big.
35. All right, but it go 45. It go 50.
Bro.
Just on the strength. I know how it is.
My haircut is $45. I tip my man a double better each time.
You see?
Got to.
My cut is 35. Retwist is another 50. I get it. I get a young lady to do my hair. Shout out to you, Dre, if you do see this. She charged 50. I give her 60, 65 off the strength. She got a kid.
Bruh. We trying to take care. You got to take care of your people to be able to take care of your people, literally.
Big facts, bro. Facts.
But we destroying each other, yo. At this point in time, trying to build up the black community, but at the same time, you got other people that's literally keeping each other down.
Most definitely, bro.
Man, but that's all from us for today, man. We got to do better. We got to be better, and we got to protect each other. Yo.
We will do better. We will do those things.
We got to protect each other. Got to protect each other.
Yeah,
we got to speak it into existence, but at the same time, we got to be there.
Most definitely.
We got to be there. But until next time, it's your host with the most. You got your boy Kevin.
Yo.
You got me, D. And we'll be back next Sunday, man. Make sure y'all stay blessed. Like, subscribe. Definitely tell a friend to tell a friend.
Keep tapping in. We appreciate comments. You know our social media handles. If you want us to discuss a certain topic, hit us up on IG, Twitter, Facebook. If you disagree with anything that we said or you have
keep
comments,
the feedback coming. It don't matter. It's constructive.
We apply all feedback. Thank you guys for tapping in. See you next Sunday.